It's a wing thing, and America is obsessed. But is there a real difference between fresh and pre-made frozen wings? We investigate.
They're actually chicken or we're dealing with something else. What's going on?
And the boneless wing. How is that even possible?
It's a lie.
Plus, hungry girl hacks. Recipes with 6 ingredients or less.
Oh my goodness.
Coming up next.
Y'all ready for season 10?
I love you, Dr. Oz.
Glorious wings. That's why you're all really applauding. They have become an American obsession, rivaling the cheeseburger for the top spot for the most beloved go-to American food. It is estimated that this year alone, we will consume more than 1.35 billion wings. With a B, it's a lot of wings. It's enough to circle the earth 3 times. And today, we're investigating our most recent wing obsession. Quick, convenient, pre-cooked frozen wings. And joining me now is a man who knows everything about chicken, even what happens when it crosses the road. Food journalist and author of The Burrito Effect, Mark Schatzker. The chicken, you know why it crossed the road, of course.
I don't.
I'll get into it. Okay, explain this. Why did we start eating so many chicken wings?
Okay, so if you can believe this, for a long time, the chicken wing was unloved. They ate them in the Deep South, fried chicken wings, they loved them. The rest of the country, no love for the chicken wing. They put them in things like canned chicken, in soup. That all changed in 1964. The story goes at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York, when one of the co-owners, Teresa Bellissimo, cooked up some chicken wings for her son and a bunch of his friends one night. She dressed them in hot sauce, served them with a blue cheese dip, and they were so delicious, put them on the menu, and the world has never been the same since.
All about a mom's love for her son.
That's right.
You gotta love that.
And our love for chicken wings.
So you've been on a shopping spree. What did you find out?
Okay, so the world of chicken wings, one part of it hasn't changed. You can still find fresh chicken wings, frozen chicken wings. You got to do an awful lot of work to turn this or this into something delicious. But the real action's happening in a different part of the freezer, the pre-cooked chicken wings. This, all you got to do is heat it up. It's ready to eat, and it is exploding. You can get individual servings. You microwave this up. You've got a dinner for 1, dinner for 2. You can also get these party packs. So if you're having a bunch of people over to watch the football game, the baseball game, you just heat this up. There's all these flavors now. You can get tequila and lime. You can get the classic buffalo flavor. So this is what's changed. This is what we're investigating today, the pre-cooked chicken wing.
The pictures are alone allow me to get this. How many of you have had pre-cooked chicken wings? Most of the audience. It's caught up to us. All right, so let's meet a member of the audience who says her wings are a labor of love, but sometimes she doesn't have the time to make them, so she turns to frozen wings. How are you, Anna?
I'm good. How are you?
So you made the switch from frozen wings to these pre-cooked ones. Why?
I did because it's easier. Much, much easier.
Is that why most of the audience put their hands up, you think?
I'm sure. I have children. I don't have time. I don't have time to deep fry and go through the whole process. So once I bought these, it made my life so much easier.
Never went back.
I never went back.
Yeah.
However, you have some concerns.
I do. Sometimes the texture isn't the same. They're a little bit veiny, and there's sometimes dark spots. So I just wonder
what's going
if
on.
it's actually chicken or we're dealing with something else. You know, what's going on? It worries me.
Well,
actually, just stay with us because I'm going to come back in a second. And I'm going to ask those questions first. Mark, come on over here. Let's start with the concerns about texture, about veininess, and that mysterious, all mysterious black stuff in frozen wings. So first, let's start with the texture.
Okay, anytime you freeze something, you're going to change the texture. There's a lot of water in the food we eat. Chicken is no exception. That water freezes. Those changes are even more pronounced when you're freezing something that's already cooked. There's also, freezing preserves food, but the fat can still oxidize. That can change the appearance. That can also sometimes cause off flavors. So it's the freezing that does it, but there's nothing to be concerned about.
All right, what about these veins? Because those would be concerning if they're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, so people ask me questions like, are there more veins in frozen chicken wings? No, it's the same chicken. It's the same wing. It's just been frozen. The reason sometimes you see them is that when they slaughter chicken, they bleed it out. Sometimes not all the blood gets out. So you'll see a vein that still has blood in it. Nothing to be worried about as long as you've cooked it properly. It just looks a little unsightly, but nothing to be worried about.
And Anna raised a concern about the little black stuff that's all there. Take us back to what that's about.
Yeah, you can, and you tend to see it at the ends of the chicken wings right here.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
That's right. And the reason that happens is we have radically changed the chicken over the last 50 or 60 years. A chicken can go from egg to chick to grown
Aren't
bird.
they cute by these little chicks?
They are cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can go from that. Now, that's actually not a meat bird. That looks like an egg bird. The meat birds are all white, just for all those chicken nerds out there.
They're colorful chickens. They're not the ones you eat. It's the white ones you eat.
But and a grown chicken can be as young as 6 weeks old. So it's plump, it's big, but it's still a little bit of a baby. The bones are tender, and they sometimes break, and the marrow oozes out. That's the dark stuff. Nothing to be afraid of. Marrow's actually quite healthy. There's a lot of calcium in it, so don't be put off by that.
So none of these are issue for concern?
Not from a health point of view. Absolutely not.
Next, you found a little bit of a practice that you think is strange, abnormal, and don't like when it comes to frozen buffalo wings. Turns out, guys, they're not really all that fresh. They are breaded. And this is the part that I don't get. A fresh wing you would never bread normally. Where did this idea come from?
This really bugs me. A chicken wing is an indulgent treat at the best of times. It's delicious. There is no point in adding breading. It soaks up the oil, it's adding calories. That first bite might be a bit more crunchy, but then by the end of the meal, you've got like this anchor sitting in your stomach. You know the reason they do it is because anytime you can sell someone bread and charge them for chicken, they're making lots of money. So breading is a terrible idea. Don't go for it.
Give us the nutritional penalty you pay with breaded chicken.
There's more salt, there's more fat, there's more carbs. It just takes, not only does it take the flavor down, it takes the health in the worst possible direction.
Let me get 230 calories extra, guys. I'm sorry, 230 calories, 3 grams of fat, which, my goodness, why would you bother? And then 720 milligrams of sodium. That's more than a third of what you're supposed to get in a day. It's a stunning number.
It is. So I'm absolutely against breading a chicken wing.
All right. Then you looked into this other issue, which is actually my favorite part, the sauce. So Anna's here trying different frozen wings to determine how much they compare to the sauce you would make at home. That's the control, your homemade sauce.
Yes.
All right, so you got the homemade buffalo versus frozen buffalo, and same thing over here with the barbecue. Give us an idea how the flavors compared.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't tasted yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, we'll do it
tasted
together. Yeah.
Okay.
Mark, you do the buffalo wings.
I
then.
will.
You do the barbecue ones.
Okay.
And as we're getting into this, buffalo wings, you guys keep tasting. Buffalo wings, I just learned, are basically hot sauce and butter. So Mom didn't work that hard back in Buffalo to make them, but it was a brilliant idea, and she deserves.
It's a genius insight. That's what needs to be respected.
It really is special. All right. So once you start off with barbecue, frozen versus homemade, how do you compare them?
I have to say, they're both delicious, but I'm surprised that the frozen is actually, it tastes fresh. The barbecue sauce is nice and sweet and tangy. It's great.
It works for you.
It does work for me.
And how about the
I'm
buffalo,
impressed.
homemade versus frozen?
No. They're both good. I was surprised by the frozen. I thought it would, I don't think it stands up to the homemade, but it's absolutely edible and delicious.
Yeah. Shockingly close, which is why so many of
Absolutely.
you are going for this. Company's done a pretty good job. However, Mark, you looked at the ingredient labels as you are prone to doing. And what did you learn about buffalo frozen versus homemade, and then do the same thing for barbecue?
Okay, so in terms of calories, between buffalo and honey garlic, honey barbecue, what do you think is the difference? What do you think is going to have more calories?
I mean, I would think to be, well, I don't know. I would penalize the barbecue thinking that Mom's homemade buffalo is a little better. If I had a choice, I'd go in this direction. You know, when I was a young surgeon, we would go to Buffalo to harvest organs for
As
a
one
heart
does.
transplant. Right, what one does when you're training. And we would always get the buffalo wings to eat because it was always 3 in the morning. You were hungry. They never felt that heavy to me. And they weren't breaded either, like you pointed out earlier. So I'll go with buffalo as being healthier.
Okay, so it turns out they're actually about the same. And
Same as the barbecue?
And you'd think, well, the buffalo, it's hot sauce, right? We've talked about hot sauce. No calories in hot sauce. It's the butter. It's the butter that does it. However, when you look at the honey barbecue, there's no honey, and the first 5 ingredients are all different forms of sugar. So if you're someone who's concerned about sugar, if you're doing keto, if your doctor said to limit your exposure to sugar, then buffalo is the winner.
So same calories, but you're trading sugar in the barbecue for butter fat, basically, in the
Yes,
buffalo.
and there's no honey.
That
Bugs me. When they say honey and there's no honey, that bugs me.
I'll go with the butter.
Yeah.
Every time. All right, finally look at the price. The price of frozen chickens, frozen pre-cooked wings versus the fresh ones. Is there a difference?
Well, we often think that frozen foods are a deal. They very often are. Not in this case, because they've gone to the trouble of preparing them for you. So they're more expensive than buying raw or frozen raw chicken wings, but they save you a lot of trouble in terms of prep. It's the convenience that you're paying for.
So bottom line, what do you look for when you're going to buy one of these frozen pre-cooked wings?
It's the same thing we always look for. Look at the ingredient list. Shorter is better. The longer it is, the more it looks like a science experiment, the more wary you should be.
What do you think, Anna? You a
Okay.
little more comfortable with all this?
Absolutely.
You don't mind the veins anymore?
I'm happy knowing that it's nothing to be scared of. It's a natural
He
process.
set your heart at ease, that Mark
Thank
Schatzker.
you.
We come back, we investigate the most popular of them all, frozen boneless wings. Boneless wings, that's a big question. Are there chickens without bones? We'll find out. Are they actually wings at all? Plus, a healthy twist on buffalo wings from your own freezer. Stick around.
Madeline McCann was only a toddler when she was abducted from her hotel room 12 years ago. We investigate what really happened. Could she still be alive?
This could be the key to the case.
Plus, a serial killer posing as a photographer murdered his victims after taking their pictures. Some still remain unidentified.
Somebody out there will go, I know who she is.
Can you help solve the crime with social media? All New Oz.
That's coming up tomorrow. We're back with food journalist Mark Schatzker's investigation into boneless wings. Listen carefully, they are outselling regular wings in stores. But many folks are asking, how could they be wings if there's no bone? Are you thinking about that at all? It's a little strange, isn't it? When it comes to boneless wings, how do they pull that off? Are they even wings?
Yeah, that's the first time I saw these. I think I was like in a sports bar at an airport. I thought, oh my gosh, they went to the trouble of pulling those little bones out. Isn't that incredible?
The little French chefs, teasing them out of the meat.
With tweezers.
Yes.
With tweezers.
Painstaking.
Turns out that's not what's going on. The boneless wing is more like a chicken tender, a chicken nugget that they bread, fry, and put some hot sauce on. So, really not a chicken wing.
Why would they even go through the trouble? Why not just get regular chicken wings? People
Because
buy them, they love them.
The chicken is a flawed bird. It should have 10 wings. It only has 2. And we love wings so much, there's just not enough to go around. Now, chicken also has 2 breasts, but the breasts are way, way bigger. So some genius in the chicken industry had an insight where he said, why don't we just sort of pretend that the chicken breast is chicken wing? So that's what they're doing. They're selling us chicken breast. And that's how we got the boneless wing.
Diabolically clever. So we're seeing a lot more of these wings than ever before. So we asked the bartender at Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York, the birthplace of the buffalo wing, to help us with this debate. Now, he turned his cell phone camera onto his customers to weigh in. This is very clever. Is a boneless wing really a wing at all? That's the question.
Hey Dr. Oz, this is Michelle coming live from Buffalo, New York. I'm here at the Anchor Bar, home of the original chicken wing, and the question today is, are boneless wings wings? Let's go ask our customers.
Well, absolutely not.
You need a good wing with the bones in them.
No, absolutely not. Gotta have the bones.
No, they're not. Those are just chicken nuggets.
Not at all.
Not when you're from Buffalo, and make sure they have some cheese. No, but I like both.
No.
Boneless wings are chicken fingers.
Smart audience. Why do you wish boneless chicken wings would just fly away?
Because it's a lie. It's not really a wing, and a wing is a part of a chicken, and it's got the chickenness in it. There's the bone, you're pulling the meat off the bone. I think, you know how I feel, the closer we are to how food actually is, the boneless chicken wing is a processed product. It's got breading, it's fried, it's got flavors in it. I say go with the real thing. If you want a chicken nugget, order a chicken nugget, but don't call it a wing.
Yeah, I'll go with you and those customers. All right, check out Mark's book. It's fantastic, The Dorito Effect. And if you still want a great, easy buffalo blast right out of the freezer, as you go to break, check out this crispy buffalo wing hack made from uncooked frozen wings. You're gonna love it.
Baking powder is a dry chemical leavening agent, usually used to increase volume and lighten texture. But when it's added to meat, it works in a different way. When it heats, it increases the pH, which helps create a Maillard reaction, causing browning and crisping. Fat fries from the inside out, popping and crackling, creating bubbles on the skin, mimicking frying in oil. Bubbles mean more surface area, thinning the skin and making it nice and crispy. So when you take them out of the oven, they look just like they were fried.
Stick around because hungry girl Lisa Lillien is here with delicious breakfast hacks, dinner hacks, and even a low-cal chocolate dessert hack. Ooh.
With 6 ingredients or less, you won't want to miss it.
Looks good. There's nothing better than a food hack that not only amps up the flavor, but also lowers the calories of your favorite dishes. Well, hungry girl Lisa Lillien has spent hours in her test kitchen devising brand new ingenious tricks to make all natural food using 6 ingredients or less. Now, she's here today to reveal them to you, and we're starting with breakfast hacks that you have to see to believe. So come on out, Lisa. I love having you on the show. Oh my goodness, so many good ideas. She works tirelessly coming up with these. These are not just naturally coming out of her brain. You do homework on this. The new book's called Simply 6.
Simply 6.
Is 6 some kind of an iconic number for you?
You know, I've been sending daily emails for 15 years, and the number one request is easy recipes, fewer ingredients. So 6 is sort of like a magic number. It's enough that you can have like a fantastic dish, but it's not overpowering, it's not frightening, it's not intimidating. I'm really excited about these recipes, truly.
Since we're talking about math, is there a formula for the 6?
Well, in this book, every single recipe has 6 or fewer ingredients. Every recipe has less than 375 calories.
That's good.
That's really exciting. And most of them can be made in 30 minutes or less.
So it's
really easy.
Win-win-win. That's how I see it, for all of us.
Yes.
If we do it right. So come on over here. We're going to start with my favorite meal of the day, which you all know is breakfast. Eggs happen to be a staple, great protein, with lots of satisfaction associated with it. And Lisa's found a way to jazz it up in a way that can feed a crowd. But first, I want to hear from you guys. Ashley's in the audience. Come on down, Ashley. She says she gets up in the morning and feeding your family can be a hassle. I don't think I'm exaggerating. It's what most women probably feel when their kids are especially young.
Yes, and with my family, it's large. I'm a busy mother, and everybody wants something different at breakfast. So I just want to keep it, spice it up a little bit.
All right, so we're going to start with a couple ideas. Yes, you got to be honest about your thoughts on them.
Of course.
You can taste one of them right now. It is called a broc and cheddar crustless quiche. Broc and cheddar crustless quiche. Lisa, crustless means more protein, less carbs.
Exactly. The crust is where there's usually too many carbs, lots of fat, and so many hidden calories, and you just don't need it. It's so much easier and better and just more delicious.
And the broccoli is here to impress me?
Just to impress. Just for you, Dr. Yeah, broccoli is great. It's a powerhouse nutritionally, and it's so easy, and it adds bulk, and it fills you up.
So we have broccoli, the cheddar, so broc and cheddar.
Broc, cheddar. This is egg whites, Greek yogurt, and milk, and scallions.
Scallions?
Scallions!
You taste the scallions,
They make everything better.
She's thinking about it.
It's very buttery.
Buttery?
Buttery.
There's no butter.
There's no butter. That's the magic of this quiche. It tastes buttery and rich without the butter. That might be the cheese, or it could be the Greek yogurt, which adds creaminess and also adds a little more protein, which is
So show us how you make it.
So basically, you just take the egg whites and add some Greek yogurt to them. And then you can add a little milk, throw that in there. Some spices, garlic, onion, pepper. Then you add the broc, add the cheddar. Then it's so easy. You just give that a little mix, Dr. Oz, if you don't mind. Okay. Once you transfer it into this pan, you just throw that in the oven. And you bake it for 25 minutes at 375 degrees. And when it comes out, voila, you have this beautiful dish.
Delicious.
All right, so before I look at the Simply 6 dashboard, give me an idea of the taste. Is this something your kids would eat?
My kids would definitely eat this. It's delicious, savory, very good.
All right, the Simple 6 formula. Did she meet her numbers? Number 6, number 6 ingredients, she got that. Was it 30 minutes or less? It was, 25 minutes. 143 calories per serving. That hits our numbers as well. Oh, all right. Keep eating. I'm going to come back in a second. You have another breakfast hack that parents are going to find very helpful when they're trying to get the kids onto the school bus, right? Sound familiar to anybody? Having to get the kids out? Yeah. I don't know. They never want to go to school. It's unbelievable. It's in their DNA. Our next
They're clapping for that.
They know it's true. Next breakfast hack is Hungry Girl's Easy Freezy breakfast sandwiches.
I love these so much. First of all, you can make these with the kids. You can make this even on a Sunday. You just bake up the eggs in a pan, and then you slice them, and now you're going to help me assemble these sandwiches, and you're going to see something that's extra fun.
So again, it's egg white, which you already baked, ham, cheddar again.
4 ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to assemble the sandwiches. These were baked beforehand, and usually you just toast these, and you put your egg on top, which already has some nice melted cheddar, and then you fold a little piece of ham. And then you put, very straightforward. Look how cute that is. And the best part, they're not clapping for the cuteness of the sandwich. Fold it, fold it up.
They're still stunned by its elegance.
So the best part about this is that you can easily freeze these. You just put them in some foil.
They don't get soggy when you freeze them?
They don't. If you freeze them and then defrost them, they last up to a month. And it's just better than the drive-through, truly.
So you can put the kids to work on the weekends, make their meals all throughout the week, pull them out, and then, I'm sorry, how do you thaw them?
You can thaw them and then just throw them in the microwave. You could heat them in the toaster oven. but I throw them in the microwave. I wrap them in a little bit of like a paper towel for like 15, 20 seconds, and you're good to go.
You know what? Let's give this to our other guests. Take these. These are the best way to take your kids out in the morning. That way you're well armed for everything. All right, come on over. You got one last little hack here. Now, the next breakfast hack is a microwaved egg mug. I've seen these things everywhere. But I never thought making eggs in the microwave would be your preferred way of going. But it's gotten popular.
I used to be so lazy, and I thought I could never have time for a hot breakfast. And I also don't like to make a mess. And one day was like, why can't I just put my eggs in a mug and see if they'll cook in the microwave? And literally, it changed my life, and it has become one of the most popular Hungry Girl recipes of all time.
It's your fault we're all doing this.
My fault, yes.
All right, so we've got a build-in egg bar. I've got 3 roommates, Victoria, Jackie, and Dahlia from the audience. Your college roommates, right?
Yes.
Do your teachers know you're here? They will. They will eventually. And they don't, they don't have time to do anything because you're in dorm rooms, right?
Yeah.
Who has time to make food? So they say. So you don't even have a stove, but you do have a microwave. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. So have you ever made something that we're about to make like this? Victoria?
No.
Nothing.
Never put eggs in the microwave before.
All right, this is going to change your life, I believe. So that's some egg whites there. Go ahead and pour that as your base. You can crack eggs if you want as well. Add whatever mix-ins you want, veggies. Go ahead, get busy.
So everything, eggs and all?
Yeah, it's like an egg mug bar. So just add your favorite things. I like to use lean meats, breakfast meats, lots of different veggies, various cheeses. There's reduced fat cheese.
Yeah, I like how I could use egg whites too. It's healthier.
Yeah.
Exactly. You could use egg whites or even egg substitute if you don't want to crack eggs in your dorm.
And you can add a little avocado here.
Yeah.
A little this.
You're so fancy.
I want to. Okay, where's the broccoli?
And the thing is,
where's the bring the broccoli over here.
There's no right or wrong
Ashley, bring
way
the broccoli.
to do this.
My broccoli. No,
think she ate it already.
She ate it all the broccoli. All right, so you put it in the microwave for how long?
Just put it in the microwave for about 3 minutes, and you're going to stop halfway and stir. Just keep an eye on it and see how it's all cooking up. You don't have to worry about cooking anything before or after.
You guys are such professionals.
And then when it's done, you just top it with salsa or sour cream.
Put those down. I already made them for you. That was just for show.
That looks great.
I actually made them
She's
for you.
going for real.
See, I'm taking care of you guys.
Yeah, try these.
Thank you.
Better than any college professional will do for you. All right, let's taste them and see what you guys think. First of all, you have to comment on the texture of the egg. Does it work in the microwave? And does the toppings work for you? Is it surprisingly good or surprisingly bad? Think of it that way.
Surprisingly really good. Yeah. The egg whites are so fluffy. It's like an omelet in a mug. And you get like the texture of all of the different vegetables.
Oh my God.
Could you make these in your dorm room? Seriously?
Yes.
Don't just say yes to me. You really would.
I really think I'm gonna start because
if you can get college kids to do things, you know you're golden. All right, when we come back, Hungry Girl is showing us how to make delicious sheet pan recipes with 6 ingredients or less. The same formula applies. Stick around.
Hydrogen peroxide. From cleaning ears to cuts and scrapes. Could the latest craze of drinking it put your health at risk? We go undercover.
Do you think this can help treat cancer?
Of course. That's coming up on Wednesday.
We're back with Hungry Girl, Lisa Lillien, who has 6 ingredient sheet pan dinner hacks that are not only delicious, but they're easy to clean up, saves you time. The sheet pan craze is blowing up all over the internet. There's lots of examples on social media, and some of my audience members, well, they're obsessed. They actually brought their pans with them. Look at this. Nicole, what is going on here? Why are you guys so excited about this?
I'm a new mom. They're so easy to use, easy to clean up. Can't get better than that.
They are very clean, very shiny looking. All right, come on over, Lisa. Let's hack the sheet pan the Hungry Girl way with her Simply 6 sheet pans. The first sheet pan we're gonna make is a shrimp bake. This seems pretty straightforward, actually. What are the main stars here?
Stars here are shrimp, chicken sausage, cherry tomatoes, corn, lemon juice, and some spices, and of course, spinach.
That's it?
That is it.
So walk me through specifically.
Couldn't be easier. So we start with our shrimp in the bowl. You can add a little lemon juice. You can mix that up with some spices, a little garlic, and a little pepper. Okay, once that's nice and mixed, now we're gonna add some veggies and the sausage.
Oh, so you don't cook the
sausage.
sausage separately on the sheet pan, all together?
All together. It's so easy. That's the beauty of this. And the beauty of all the sheet pan recipes, you just throw it all on a sheet, you bake it, and you're good to go. This is Cajun seasoning. Give a little spice to it.
So let's put it over here.
You're gonna put it on top of that. You're really going at it today. Good work.
I'm trying to be helpful to you, Lisa.
You are the best. I wish you could come back to LA with me. This is. And then You bake this at 400 degrees for only 12 minutes. It is so fast and so easy and so delicious.
And it looks like this?
Yes, look at that. Try that. You got the chicken sausage.
Oh my goodness. The Simply 6 formula. 6 ingredients, we promised, right? That works. It's 30 minutes or less. It was 12 minutes. And it's 271 calories. I mean, you're making it too easy.
271 calories for that. That's a home run.
Okay. What are the main stars of this the chicken fajita sheet pan?
Chicken fajita sheet pan. We've got chicken, of course. We have bell peppers. We have onions. We've got a little lime juice, some seasonings, a little cilantro. Again, could not be easier at all. We've got a little olive oil as well. A little lime juice. You're gonna whisk these two things together.
A lot of your friends making these?
Oh, everybody's making these.
Sheet
pans are all the rage. I have to tell you, people do not like to clean up. It's like a theme. Throw the chicken in.
I guess it also avoids the bread, right? Because that's a big part of what sabotages our diets, and you don't really want to put bread in the sheet pan.
Right, I always go low carb, and that's why even you serve these with various options, including lettuce wraps. They're so great. So throw the onions, the bell peppers in.
Do you ever cook these vegetables separately?
I do sometimes, but there's no need. You could just throw everything together, and this cooks really fast. Once this is on the sheet pan, it's 20 minutes. You do 10 minutes, you flip, you do another 10 minutes, and you're good to go.
I mean, even I could do this. Even I could, literally.
Truly,
even I could do this.
Anybody can do this. It's that easy.
And now, in terms of, so this, you actually have a little bread here, a little flour.
Yeah, you can use a tortilla. They make a lot of different low-carb tortillas now, about 30 to 50 calories. But again, they're really good on lettuce wraps, too. Try one of those.
Grab that over there. Let's talk to the audience. They're so hungry over there. They're going to start mobbing us. Grab this over here.
Yeah. Oh, you want?
I'll grab that. All right. Now, I want some honest opinions. The Simple 6 formula, while I give this to you guys, taste it and pass it along with all your sheet pans. The Simple 6 formula, 6 ingredients or less, 30 minutes or less. How many minutes to cook this for?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah. 229 calories per serving. You guys tell me, do you like these tastes or not? Yes?
Great.
Yes? Happy customers?
Really good.
All right. Up next, Lisa's hack to add flavor to anything without adding a lot of salt. And don't worry, sweet tooth. Lisa has a chocolate dessert that's just a little bit over 100 calories that you're going to die for. Stick around.
Hydrogen peroxide. Could the latest craze of drinking it put your health at risk? We go undercover.
Do you think this can help treat cancer?
Of course.
Plus, it's the dish on Oz. This week is boozy brunch favorites.
This is the best thing you guys have made.
That's coming up on Wednesday.
We're back with Lisa Lillien, the hungry girl herself, and she's a hack to add a flavor punch to anything you make without adding loads of salt by keeping DIY seasoning packets on hand. The first one is a DIY everything bagel seasoning. This bagel topping can be added to any food that needs a little kick, from eggs to plain chicken. I gotta say, Lisa, everyone in the office is obsessed with these things. I'm seeing, handmade versions. There's some store-bought versions.
Yeah, it's like the trendiest thing out there right now, and it's called everything bagel seasoning for a reason, because it does taste good on everything.
So what do you put? How do I make it myself?
Very easy to make it yourself. White sesame seeds, black sesame seeds, poppy seeds. That's 3 kinds of seeds. We have some minced onion and garlic flakes. And then this is sea salt. But you know what? If you watch your sodium, you could only use a little bit of sea salt. So because there's so much flavor in here. You just mix it up. And you can keep it in one of these shakers. I keep one in my purse. Everybody keeps these things in their purse. Bring it to a restaurant, sprinkle it on everything. It will change your life. Again, a life-changing ingredient. Even works with the egg mugs.
So salmon, I don't bother putting it on a bagel anymore. You just put the everything bagel seasoning?
Yes, right on the salmon. On some cucumbers and you're good to go.
Cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
All right. The next thing is the everything, we like to do this chili seasoning.
Chili seasoning, so it'll add a little kick to anything. So this is some chili powder, a little bit of cayenne for some heat.
Garlic powder.
Some garlic powder. This is some cumin.
Dried oregano.
Dried oregano. And again, same thing with the salt. You can use as little or as much as you want, but if you could save sodium easily, mix that up, keep it in a shaker, and you are good to go. Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah, it does.
And these add so much flavor for virtually no calories. Very, very low in calories.
But you need salt sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually with less than you need. With these spices, you can get away with less.
Exactly. It brings out the flavor without adding too much salt. Sometimes people fall back on salt and they're adding too much sodium, when other spices will give it nice flavor and bring out the flavors beautifully.
And salt brings out bad habits. All right, now, you've all been waiting for this. Let's get to the sweet stuff Lisa's known for. She has a recipe for a low-cal way to get your chocolate fix. But first, you guys ever wonder why women crave chocolate more than men? You ever wonder that? Yeah, well, we did too. Take a look.
Hungry girl, talk to me about big cravings. What's yours?
Let me think. Just kidding. No thinking necessary. It's chocolate. I love anything sweet.
Did you know there's actually science behind the sweet tooth, and there's a reason why women crave it more than men? It seems women may have a lower threshold for sour, salty, and bitter flavors, perhaps because of your better sense of smell. And that could explain why women tend to love sweets, like chocolate, more than men do.
I can smell the chocolate from here.
You can smell the chocolate because we've got some up here. We're making what Lisa Lillien calls open-faced s'mores. Look at those things. What are the stars of this dessert?
Okay, believe it or not, apples. Yay, apples.
Apples, yeah.
Apples, chocolate chips, marshmallows, and graham crackers.
So the apple's good for you. Marshmallows, I won't say anything. I don't know about these either. Chocolate could work.
now and then.
Could work. But it's primarily apple. That's why it would work.
Yes, the base is the apple. So watch, here are your 2 apples,
I love
apple
this.
slices. So you're gonna take your chocolate chips, you melt them in the microwave, you mix it up, you spread it on. By the way, this is a great recipe to make with kids, so it's a lot of fun for them. Mini marshmallows, love these things. Only a couple calories each. You place them on top strategically.
Strategically, right?
Strategically place those marshmallows.
Only 4 per, no, maybe make 5 today.
No,
Okay.
you get a fair amount on each.
Now, I love blowtorches.
They're so cute. I know, I heard that about you.
Yes.
Okay.
I love fires.
All right, torch them. Go.
Let's
go
get
for
lit.
it.
You ready?
Come on, you need more melons. Don't burn you. All right.
That's
Go
enough.
for it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that really works.
Wow, toasty.
Look at that. And then when do
Good job.
I add the crackers on?
You do once
it caught on
it's done.
fire. Look at that.
Uh-oh.
You can't do that on yours.
No. Happy birthday. Oh. All right.
Here, I'll do yours.
Thank you.
There. All right, we got one good one here.
You just crush up the grams, throw them on top, and
we're left with
are
these.
done.
And we have 2 of these.
Beautiful.
These little beautiful babies.
We could toast
Now, give me before I eat this, give me the numbers on them. The simple 6 formula is
Okay.
4 ingredients.
Yep.
You just saw them, 4 ingredients.
126 calories. Crazy.
In less than 10 minutes, I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
I'll eat around the marshmallow. I'm posting all these Simply 6 recipes for you at DrOz.com. Studio audience, guess what, guys? I know you love these ideas. You'll all be making these recipes in your homes because you're going home with the book today, Simply 6. Enjoy it. Share the recipes. We'll be right back.
Madeline McCann was only a toddler when she was abducted from her hotel room 12 years ago. We investigate what really happened. Plus, a serial killer posing as a photographer murdered his victims after taking their pictures. Some still remain unidentified. That's coming up tomorrow.
It's one of the most highly Googled anti-aging ingredients that you want to know about. Hyaluronic acid. Today I'm breaking down what hyaluronic acid is, why you may want to use it, and how it may be helping your skin and dealing with all those aging concerns you guys got. With the help of my good friend, Dr. Rocio Rivera, my trusted sponsor partner, L'Oreal Paris is chipping in. Thank you for elucidating us. So I've been reading about hyaluronic acid in so many different ways. Please explain to everybody what it is and why you think it's a critical ingredient for our skin.
Well, Dr. Oz, as a scientist, people ask me about hyaluronic acid all the time. And you know what? When they hear the word acid, they think it's bad for their skin, but it isn't. Hyaluronic acid is a naturally occurring molecule in our bodies, and it acts to hydrate and plump the skin. But as we age, the body production, it kind of decreases, and that has an aging effect in our skin. This is exactly why it's one of the top dermatologists' recommended ingredients.
All right, so we want to explain this. I want you all to see what hyaluronic acid does in action and how it works through science. So we built you a little model. I think it's a pretty accurate rendition. This is your epidermis. That's what you look at when you see the skin. These little pink blocks here, right, they're the skin cells. Now, as we age, our body's natural production of hyaluronic acid, as you point out, goes down. So you end up with a couple of these. They're all called wrinkles. You might recognize them. right? That leaves your skin dry, lacking firmness. It's not just a wrinkle. But when you apply the hyaluronic acid onto the skin, and you don't need a ton of it, right? A couple drops like that, spread it out. It does a couple things. It attracts water, like it's a magnet. So you begin to get that hydrating feeling. And what ends up happening over time is those wrinkles begin to stretch.
Exactly.
The skin begins to plump up, and all of a sudden, you have a much different appearance.
When it's formulated properly, what happens is it will also plump the skin and reduce wrinkles, both.
Yeah. I like this. This is a much better look for my skin, I think. Don't you think?
Smooth, yeah.
It's like a
The
baby's
hyaluronic
bottom.
acid, just like we said.
All right. So you mentioned hyaluronic acid has to be formulated properly.
Yes.
Because it's not all created the same. Explain
not.
what makes. And again, this is another model. Your epidermis is here, and these are the skin cells down below, little pink blocks.
Yes, so let's go over this a little bit. So normally, hyaluronic acid is a big molecule. It sits on top of your skin, right? Just like on this net. Let's put some of them here. But at the L'Oreal Labs, we went a step further, and we took smaller molecules of hyaluronic acid so they can go inside the surface of your skin.
So some stay on top,
Some
the
stay on top,
natural
some
ones.
go in the bottom. And what it does, it takes a step farther because it will go both. It's just a very smart, amazing way to do it because it's the way they both work together. Some will stay on the surface to visibly hydrate the skin, just like we saw in the balloon experiment, and some will go inside to plump and reduce wrinkles from inside.
And if you're a guy, you just slather it on like this.
Right, if you're a lady, you should do a little bit more. Yes. You want a lot on the surface for hydration, and then inside for that plumping effect, which you saw, and also for very beautiful wrinkle reduction.
All right, so now we understand the science of it. What do we do in practice? Which L'Oreal Paris products actually have hyaluronic acid in the way you described?
So 2 of them. One, our new Revitalift Derm Intensives Hyaluronic Acid Serum. It's made with our highest concentration of pure hyaluronic acid. And you remember those 2 size molecules we just talked about, the big and the small? This serum has both. It will plump your skin in 1 week and reduce your wrinkles. And wait, there's more. Fragrance-free, and it's been validated by an external panel of dermatologists.
Good for you.
But for those ladies that we know also love a moisturizer, our Revitalift Triple Power Day Cream actually takes care of all your top aging skin concerns, wrinkles, firmness, and skin texture. Let me tell you a cool fact. Hundreds of thousands of American women have taken the Revitalift Challenge and absolutely love Dr. Oz, this moisturizer.
So here's the deal. We'll be giving thousands of audience members the opportunity to take the Revitalift Challenge, and 2 of them have already completed the challenge, and they're here today. They both have been using the Revitalift Triple Power Day Cream for over 2 weeks now. Beatrice, how would you describe your skin before this whole thing started, and confide with us how you are now?
Well, before this, I've tried different creams, lotions, as I've been chasing the fountain of youth.
We all do.
Right? And have felt different ways. But once I tried this, I really felt like I had a layer of protection over my face, hydrating my face all day long, and my makeup stayed fabulous all day.
Ooh. You know, she was also mentioning how her makeup, went on very smooth, and I said that's because of the wrinkles. After 1 week, you see a wrinkle reduction on the skin.
Yes.
That's why it goes smoother.
And Tara, you actually use the serum as in addition to the moisturizers.
Yes. The serum went on very smooth and it hydrated my skin. And I'm always hesitant about using any kind of moisturizer for oil effect. I didn't notice that at all with this. Actually, my daughter said my skin glowed. So
your daughter said that?
Yes, my
daughters never say that.
That's always so good. How about you?
Well, they did say my skin looked great, and that was without makeup, and I'm always with makeup, so it was good.
Here's the real question. Were your friends jealous?
I would say yes.
Yes. All right, so how would you actually normally use the products?
You can use both, separately, morning and night. I use the serum first and then the moisturizer.
Where do you find it? What does it cost?
You can find it at Walmart. The serum is just under $24, and the moisturizer is just under $20.
So I got to thank my partner, L'Oreal Paris, because they're going to do a little something for us. So are you all a little bit coveting how Beatrice and Tara look?
They should all be.
Yeah. So thanks to my sponsor partner, L'Oreal Paris, the entire studio audience, you can take the Revitalift Challenge because guess what? You're all going home with both the Revitalift Triple Power Moisturizer and Derm Intensive Hyaluronic Acid Serum. Use them together, enjoy it. We'll be right back. Congratulations.
I love getting to talk with you on my show every single day. But when the cameras stop rolling, the conversation is not over. I still have a lot that I want to talk about. So download the Dr. Oz podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
I am most impressed when people find simple solutions to problems that feel large and just complicated. Today, I have a story that captures my attention because it's a great example of someone doing just that. Nearly half of all Americans report feeling lonely. Think of that. Half of the people you know feel isolated and disconnected. One young man, a doctorate of psychology, looked at this loneliness epidemic and said, I can do something about that. He started throwing loneliness parties. That's what he calls them, loneliness parties. And they're brilliant. Take a look.
Hey everyone, my name is Zach Rawlings. Welcome to my dinner party. I started doing these about 4 years ago to bring a group of friends and strangers together for a night of conversation and connection. We sit together, we have great food, we have some good cocktails and some good wine. In order to help people connect meaningfully, I actually put personalized questions under everyone's plates. You all may not know this, but there is a pretty large epidemic of loneliness here in the United States, and so my way of trying to combat that is to bring people together, not just to have dinner, but to actually experience one another in a truly meaningful way. I think it's such a great idea that I think you all should try it as well.
I love Zach's idea so much. I was inspired to have a mini loneliness party right here. So I've got the greatest audience in daytime. You all know that's true. I wish I had time to get to know each of you better. So I invited two members, Juliet and Victoria here. So look under your plate. Actually, I'll read. Y'all, just to keep things simple, same question. I want to know, if you had to describe yourself using 3 words, what would they be?
Well, Dr. Oz, I would probably say that I'm active. I'm a runner, so I run a lot, and I go to the gym like 4 to 5 times a week.
You only get 3 words now.
Okay.
So active.
Energetic.
Good.
Always hyper, and probably indecisive. I can never make my mind up.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, that might be a good combination because you could use the energy and the activity to get past the indecision because you can make more decisions.
Probably.
All right. Your 3 words.
Well, Dr. Oz, I would have to say that I am quirky, fun, and like her, I'm also indecisive.
So I'll give you my 3 words. I'm passionate, I'm persistent, and I'm very picky. Which most people don't know about. But I like the idea of just breaking the ice with a couple simple questions like this, and then just following it up, because obviously when you answer, you already gave me 12 questions I can ask you about your indecisiveness. Actually, you both did. Combined with your other attributes, because they all fit together perfectly to make you the ideal soup, the bouillabaisse of life. So try it out. Remember, loneliness is a signal to your body that we need to connect. Having a strong tribe around you has been shown to actually increase lifespan and vitality. So make a connection today. Just call somebody. Good for your soul and for your health. Together, change is happening. Our journey is just beginning.